In The Acolyte, May, the mysterious dark-side-wielding assassin who is killing Jedi, confronts Master Torbin in a remote Jedi Outpost. Torbin, we learn, hasn't spoken to anyone in more than a decade and has taken the Barash Vow, so he floats in silent meditation, embracing nothing but the Force. May tries to attack him, but the bubble of the Force that keeps him levitating also keeps out her most vicious attacks, so May is forced to come up with another way to deal with her intended assassination of the Jedi she so desperately needs to complete. Eventually, she's able to overcome his meditation, not because she can penetrate his bubble of the Force, but because she offers him something he wants: absolution. Torbin wakes up and apologizes to May, willingly drinking the poison she's offered him, deepening the mystery of what could have happened between May and the Jedi. Why would Torbin even consider taking the Barash Vow, let alone willingly killing himself with the poison? To answer that, we need to understand what the Barash Vow is. The Barash Vow is something that was first mentioned in Charles Soule's run of the Marvel Comics Darth Vader series. It was a penance that a Jedi took, where they would disconnect from all of their duties and even life in the Jedi Order in order to connect solely to the Force. In many instances, it was for Jedi who felt like they had done something wrong. Darth Vader No. 2 is set very shortly after the events of Revenge of the Sith, where the villain is sent to find a kyber crystal for his new Sith lightsaber. To that end, he seeks information on any Jedi that might have taken the Barash Vow and may still be out in the universe. This brings him to a Jedi named Karak Infila, whose purpose in the Jedi was to fight. He had taken the Barash Vow and began a pilgrimage before Anakin Skywalker had even entered the Jedi Order. This brings Vader to confront Infila on the river moon of Adolium. He's meditating and floating in midair, much the same way Torbin is in The Acolyte. Ultimately, Vader is able to subdue him, take his lightsaber, and forge his own red-bladed saber from its bled kyber crystal. The vow itself was named after a Jedi named Barash Sylvain, the self-declared sister of the Blade of Bardotta, Jedi Porter Angel. She was the first to take the vow and became its namesake, and more than 14,000 other Jedi would proceed to follow her in her footsteps over the last 100 years of the Jedi. According to Christian Baver's book, Skywalker, A Family at War, even Obi-Wan Kenobi took on aspects of the vow as he spent time exiled on Tatooine. Naturally, things changed when he received a distress call from the kidnapping of young Leia Organa. As he drinks the poison, Master Torbin tells May that whatever tragedy happened to May and Osha during their time on the planet Brendok was awful, and the Jedi were likely responsible. Since it happened 16 years in the past, it's reasonable to assume that Torbin tried to overcome his guilt for his mysterious transgressions, and after 5 or 6 years, he decided to take the Barash Vow and dedicate himself to forgiveness that he would never find, at least not until May entered his meditation chamber and offered it to him herself. It makes sense that he would take the Barash Vow, and that the crimes he felt himself guilty of were serious enough to take his own life when that dedication to the Force didn't make his guilt subside. Drinking the poison with little reluctance, Torbin died quickly, leaving few clues for the Jedi investigation team, led by Master Soul, to find. Now we're left wondering what exactly would have driven Torbin to this point, but surely we'll find out in the coming weeks. What did you think of the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video and subscribe for coverage of the series as a new episode premieres every week, and remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.